All right, so in this video here, we will cover how to create a custom template. So if you're struggling or you just want to learn how to do so, this video is for you. Just like we always do, you want to make sure you're logged into the Spec-Rite online platform. And once you're in your account, make your way down here to the reports page. Now, to create a custom template, you'll want to find the templates tab, give that a click, and make your way to this screen here. Templates tab is going to host all of your default templates that come with SRO, as well as the custom templates you create. And it's also where you'll be able to edit those custom templates should you need to. But just like a report, we'll come up here, click our new template button, and we'll give it a name that clearly defines what this template is going to show you in terms of data. So I'll just call this one example. But this next part is actually how we're going to generate our rows. So you have a few different commands you can use. You can keep it on our default, which is none, or if you just want to do it by a specific distance, we can. These next two I'll cover are pattern changes and line type. Pattern changes will actually generate a new row every time you change patterns that you're putting down. Line type, instead of doing it every time there's a new pattern picked up, it'll group all of those patterns into subcategories, give you aggregate subtotals for each category, and then give you a full grand total for all the subcategories down at the bottom. That said, you also have the ability to do it by time. So if you wanted to do it by a specific hour, day, week, or month, you easily could. And then you also have entry field down here, which will allow you to basically cut these rows by a few different entry fields from the truck, like job name, symbol, and travel direction. Now, for the specific template we need to create, we need to create a template that has not only the date and time, but the GPS coordinates, vehicle speed, wet thickness for both of our yellow and white colors, our application rate for yellow and white, as well as road temp and batch numbers. So that being said, what we'll do first is go up here to our row command, change it to time, and select hour, since they want a new row for each hour. Once we've done that, we'll start to include our needed metrics such as date, time, GPS coordinates, and vehicle speed. Date and time will be found right here, so just click your start date and your end date. Next, we'll go and find the GPS coordinates and vehicle speed. GPS coordinates are going to be here in geolocation. Vehicle speed is, you guessed it, here in speed and distance. You can change this as well to kilometers per hour should you need to. But next, we'll actually start to include our thicknesses and application rates. So both of those will actually be found here in the counter channels and rates. For wet thickness, we'll make sure just to pick out yellow thickness. We do have a metric for dry thickness and it's labeled as such, but since we're looking for wet mills, we will pick yellow thickness and also the same metric for white. Um, Once we've done that, we'll get our application rates. They're also here on the same page, gallons per mile. You can see for yellow and white. You can also change these to liters per kilometer. Again, should you need to, we do fully support the metric system. The last few metrics we'll actually include are going to be the road temperature and our batch numbers. So if you need to track batches, you easily can on your reports as well. But for that, we'll go over here to temp. We'll pick our road temperature, have that selected. And then lastly, we'll go over to entry fields for the batch numbers. So you just click your yellow and your white material batch. These will be manual entry fields on the truck that the operator will need to punch in. But once they punch those in, you can include those on the report so you can kind of track your inventory that way should you need to. But now that we've created this template, last thing we have to do here is save. So once we've saved this, you'll see right here that we now have a new template that we can use for any report, scheduled or one time. And you can see specific data that's tailored to this. So don't forget, right? This report isn't going to show us anything additional from the default templates. It's going to show us specifically what we picked out, which was on a per hour basis, the date and time, the GPS coordinates, vehicle speed, yellow and white wet mills, yellow and white application rate, the road temp, and the batch numbers. Like I said, you can actually edit these templates should you need to. So you can come in here, click the pencil. If you wanted to rename it, you easily could. If you wanted to change how the rows display, you easily could as well. One thing I didn't mention that does make creating custom templates a lot easier, especially from an editing side, is being able to move around where the metrics fall on the list of columns. So if you needed to move one that is here at the end to the very front of the line, you easily could by just clicking one here and then hitting save. You'll see the successfully updated the template pop up here, and that will be it. You are now actually ready to use these on any scheduled or one-time reports. And you'll see right here that once you refresh your page, when you actually go now to create reports and you hit that button for new report, whether you're here in the schedule part, the reports part, or if you're creating a report out of Skyview, you'll now see your custom template show up in your template selection here. But that's it. If you guys still do find yourself struggling, or you want to find out a little bit more about custom templates and really tailoring it to what you specifically need, please let us know. We have no problem helping you guys go through that. We really want to make sure you're able to use the platform to the best ability, and also make sure it's customizable to y'all. But that said, don't forget, if you ain't spec right, y'all, you're just spec wrong. Have a good one.